Hello and welcome to this video. My name is Christopher Hole from christopherhole.com, and what we're going to be talking about in this sort of playlist or selection of videos is recommendations for exercise for low back pain. There's so much information out there in the world today, and it's so so easy to get your hands on it. It's sometimes hard to understand what's, let's say, right, what's wrong, what should I be doing, what shouldn't I be doing, but probably most importantly, I tend to see it as like a puzzle. So it's not necessarily that the information is right or is wrong, it's just knowing where to put it, where to do it, how to do it, when to do it. Should I be doing this exercise first? Should I be doing this exercise last? Should I be doing it in the middle of the, who knows where all this information needs to be put. So what I'm going to try and do in this selection of videos is try and put some information into context for you, so that when you are reading, it's a lot easier for you to decipher on what the author is actually trying to say. So what we're going to do is we're first of all going to start with exercise for low back pain as a whole. So first of all, what we want to understand is, number one, where is the core? Well, if we look at this man on the screen here, you'll be able to see his hips here all the way up to his shoulders here. Now this section here, the torso, is known as the core. Now as you can see within this, that there are a lot of muscles. You've got the latissimus dorsi here, you've got the trapezius here, you've got the rhomboids here. You can see some of these: erectus spinae or spinae, quadratus lumborum, multifidus, external obliques, rectus abdominis. Now these are just a few of the muscles involved in the core. Now what we have to understand, this is the first stage of any low back pain program. So stage one, this is the first thing that anyone should be doing if they are taking up exercise for low back pain. So step one is to stabilize the spine. Now how you do that is, you can see on this picture there are many muscles here that are involved in the core. Now what currently gets taught is that we need to isolate muscles and make those muscles work individually. Now the main thing to remember with the core is that all the muscles put together make up the whole core. So you cannot isolate the single muscles of the core, if that makes sense. If you want to strengthen the core, or put more endurance in the core as I should say, we have to start working all of these muscles. So just some of those muscles that I mentioned just make up parts of the core. There are many more muscles, but what we have to do is we have to start working all these muscles together, holistically, interconnectedly, however you want to describe it, even if that's a word. I don't even know if interconnectedly is a word, but we have to start working them all together holistically, because they are one unit. So what is it they say? The sum of all parts isn't as great as the whole, or something like that, or the whole is greater than the sum of all parts. This is how we have to start training our core. So the main thing to remember is there aren't necessarily a set amount of exercises or a set selection of exercises that we need to be doing, but there are common ones. Now in my time as an exercise for low back pain specialist, I've worked with many people with regards to low back pain. Now, one thing I can say is there is no one size fits all. So this is for a whole program. I'm talking sort of a year or two, or maybe even 3 years, sort of in length, in duration. There is no, I can't just say, right, this is the program that everyone needs to do. But what I can do is I can say there are certain common exercises that keep showing up, and they show up not in every single person, but they show up more often than not. So if you want to discover those exercises, if you go to my website, christopherhole.com, you can look up the 5 best exercises for low back pain. Those are the 5 exercises that I've found are very common when it comes to designing an exercise for low back pain program. If you want to take it one step further, there's a 12-week program, which again is not designed to eliminate back pain. It's designed to help you reduce your low back pain and get you started on the road to overcoming it completely. Now, again, what I've put in this program are the common exercises, but what I've also been able to do is put them in their proper place. So you're going to get the right amount of exercise with the right amount of recovery. You're also going to learn how to put your exercise programs together. All right, because it's all detailed on PDFs. So if you go to christopherhall.com, step 1, check out the 5 best exercises for low back pain. Step 2, get the 12-week program for exercise for low back pain. Okay, so this is video number 1. I hope it's been useful. I will speak to you in the next one.